So here you have it, fam, all cooled and bottled. This is what it looks like right there. This is it. On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'll be sharing with you how to make some spiced Soursop tea and coconut milk. So let me pause right here to say special thanks to my patrons. And if you'd like to be a part of my Patreon family, in the description of this and all my other videos, there will be the link. Post notification shoutouts goes right up there. Let's get into this video. So right here, I've got me some dried Soursop leaves. Yeah, I'm gonna be using it with the branches and everything. So I've got here for my spicing, I've got cinnamon leaves. This one is so huge. So, and I've got some nutmeg maize. I'm gonna be rinsing them and come back. So I've already washed my cinnamon leaf and I have already washed my maize. Now putting it in this pot. I'm using a stainless steel pot, which is I prefer to use. So I'm gonna let my water run on top of my leaves, my Soursop leaves. Yeah, and it depends on where you got your Soursop leaves from, how they were treated, and all of that. So my sink is clean and it is dried. So all the leaves that I've dropped in my sink, I'll be using them. My sink is relatively clean. Right in there, I'm gonna be breaking this now. I want it to stay down inside my pot so I could also give it a little ring. Remember I told you I'll be using stems and all. I'm doing this for tea. I'm not dealing with doing it for medicinal purposes. If you want to find out the medicinal purposes of it, I would suggest you go to Google. I'm making this for just regular tea, as my mother would back in the days when I was a child. So with that amount of Soursop leaves that you saw me had, I put about 10 cups of water. Gonna get my flame. Remember I use cold water. And for those who wanna ask about water from the tap, yes, my water is filtered, so no need to worry. So I'm gonna leave it right there. Remember I have my spices in the bottom. I'm gonna cover it to come to a boil. When it starts boiling, I'll return. So now our Soursop leaves have started boiling. You see they have turned to darker color. So you smell your all your spices, your cinnamon leaves especially, and the cloves. So what you want to do now, you want to turn them over, the leaves. What is at the bottom, you want to turn. You see that? You see that color that is coming out? So you want to turn what is, just turn it over. Let what at the top goes to the bottom and what at the bottom comes to the top. So now you're gonna cover again, turn your flame off, and most importantly, you're gonna leave this to steep overnight or at least 4 hours. Overnight is best, but 4 hours during the day would be fine. After that time has elapsed, I will come back and I'll show you the whole procedure of adding the coconut milk. Next clip. Now this was like after 3 hours. I actually didn't go 4 because I had things to do. I had an appointment. So overnight, as I said, would be best. What I'm gonna be doing now, I'm gonna be straining some off, not all. And this is my straining method. I have a strainer here, and I also have a little other refining mesh thing, you know. So I'm gonna pour some through here for you. Okay. And this is what it looks like. When the Soursop tea, you see this thing here. You see whatever little thing it has in there, you just deal with it. So I put this in my strainer, even though this is a double mesh, but I still put that there. Okay, so I can, this is what I'm gonna use to put my coconut milk in. This is how it should look. Overnight it would be even darker red, you know. This I'll also strain and just bottle without the milk. We are focusing on the milk version. So this is my fresh coconut milk, but it was in the refrigerator. So I store it like this in the soda. When you store it like this, it keeps fresh. I know here this soda canning bottle. Yeah, so you know it's properly kept. So I'm gonna put about a half of this in there. Yep. But let me tell you something. This coconut milk has not been, it's just fresh coconut milk. So to this I'm gonna add a little pinch of salt, and this is to bring it together. Because I put the coconut milk, this is going to add, to bring the flavors together, so to speak. For me, a little freshly grated nutmeg to bring up the spice a little more in there. I'm gonna give it a thorough mix. Yeah, we have a little piece of break off nutmeg here. That's okay. Now, this is the step you don't want to miss once you put the fresh coconut milk. I'm gonna turn my flame on, and I'm gonna let it stay uncovered, and I'm gonna be monitoring it on the low. I'm gonna let the coconut milk stay in there and scald. Scalding means it is gonna get eat up and it is not gonna come over. Okay, so that scalding process now will enable the coconut milk not to give you any form of extra bowel movement. The fresh coconut milk without any form of heat treatment will give you some bowel movement. We don't want that. So I'm gonna leave it there for it to just do that. You gotta monitor it. You don't want to let it boil. I'll show you how it is supposed to be when you're ready to remove it from the heat. Next clip. So look at this now. You see how it's spinning? It's spinning there on its own. It's starting to come to a boil. So you see that heat coming out of it as you stir it. It's cold now. So at this point now, you see that? Because when you see that spinning there, it will start bubbling the heat down in the bottom. So what I'm gonna do, release the heat from the bottom. I'm gonna turn it off right now. My sweetener would be some honey or a little brown sugar. I don't have honey. Or you can put some molasses in there too, if you please. Okay, so I'll just sweeten. I've turned my flame off, and I will let it stay and cool. And I'm gonna give it another strain because the nutmeg is in there. It has already flavored it. So I'm gonna strain it again through that little fine thing. And when you see me next, it will be all bubbled up for you. So here you have it, fam, all cooled and bottled. This is what it looks like right there. This is it. So you know we threw out some that was not with the coconut milk, but you know what is happening right here? The one with the coconut milk is the focus of this tutorial. So here you have it. Spiced soursop tea with coconut milk. Remember to refrigerate. As soon as they're cool, bottled and cool, remember to refrigerate. They go bad easily. Whether with the milk or without the milk, they go bad real easily. Remember, if you want the medicinal part, you got to check somewhere else or you got to Google it. I'm just showing you it as a tea. Have it cold or have it warm, and then you can let me know what it is. Thanks for watching. Thanks for loving. Thanks for supporting. Remember to thumbs up these videos. I'll catch you again with another video. Remember, it's the holiday season.